Now, on the thumbnail, I showed something. This is a symbol. It has a great meaning. And there's two. I'm going to show you just like the way it is spiritual. See that? That's a little seed. 1 out of 70 grows. And it takes forever to get that big, this thing right here in the plant. This is the flower of the youth. You are the two. The flower is the one that goes up and blooms into a son. The youth is the child, the daughter, the oh God, the oh Lord, you. This is the flower of your youth. You start off as a seed and your flowering is budding. It's come to the point where it's budded. It's reached the flower of your youth, and that seed now has grown into full. It's reached its sun, the pinnacle of the sun. So we're only waiting for one last step left. That's all. Everything else is completed. Everything was completed from the get-go, from the start. Everything was finished when it began here. Huh? We already did it. Just having a drink here. So 2 hours. That's what I'm going to give a day. What we were talking about before. Let's go back. Symbols. And that's why I showed you that. We take symbols and we turn them into words. That's exactly what that is. That's your two. That's your flower of your youth. Same thing, there's two of them. One's above, one's below. They're together, connected, can't be separated. So many stars I pass on my journey. There you go. As your angel's going up, it passes many stars. It will outgrow many of them. Many of the stars aren't even moving. They're not growing upwards. When your star grows upwards, it actually goes higher and higher and higher and further away. That's why some are close and some are further away. They've gotten out of 12 doors. You have to fight your way through the 7 dragons. Once you get through the 7, you get to the 8th and 9th. There, you pick up both Mother and Father Spirit fully, and you've gotten rid of Jesus when you're at the 8th and 9th. And the crutch is gone, it's fall off. You have all the strength yourself from your building of your flower of its youth. So we passed many of the races of men on their worlds, on their stops. We journey a lot further than them. Some are slower journeys. Some stars move slower than others. Some are quicker. The ones quicking themselves. So some are on in other rooms, we'll say, in the halls of Amente. They haven't reached your grade yet. There's just like school, there's 12 grades. Once you hit the 12th grade, you graduate. Well, we've hit the 12th grade. Our flower of our youth is growing to its 12th grade. There's only one grade left. That's finishing grade. We are to go to our prom. Won't you be my prom king? And I will be your prom. Won't you be my prom queen? And I will be your prom king. That's Clown Posse sing that. It's talking about our upper us, our father, mother, us. That's all it's talking about. The two are one. Now they're one. They're waiting for you to become the other part of it. The S-U-N. Reaching high as stars of the morning, some falling low in the blackness of night. Huh? Dark stars. Anyone with a dark soul, anyone that believes in Jesus, they're amongst the dark stars. They're the dark stars. They have the wrong belief. Every single one of them that is praying to Jesus today has the wrong belief. You're supposed to be preaching Christ in this time, not Jesus. Sorry, and they fall down black as night. They're different stars than ours. Ours are rising up and going past them. Their stars go nowhere. They stay in the firmament. Ours move up through chambers, many rooms it goes to. Once it gets to the 13th, it's graduated, just like school, just like Friday the 13th. That's where we sit. Each and all of them struggling upward, being struck and prosecuted, fighting the world. Nothing works for us properly in the world. I finally got my truck done. Took me the entire summer to do a job that should have took me a week. So I had to figure out every angle to fix the problem without having to go back over again and strip it for the 5th time. You should only strip it once. I stripped the doors 10 times. I'm adding up the whole truck. I stripped the whole truck 3 times from end to end. I did it 3 times when I should have did it once. We're struggling no matter what for air, for light, power, wisdom, and knowledge. In this channel, you don't have to struggle for it anymore. It's not a struggle. Open your ears up, sit back, and listen, and you'll be filled with the Holy Spirit. That's all you need. Gaining the heights and plummeting the depths. Up and down we go. We're gaining the heights, we're coming back down. Moving at time in realms of brightness. Up there, up higher. Our flower of our youth goes in different realms, different classrooms, higher grades. That's all that means. Higher on the podium, further than the stars lower. The more you gain light, the quicker you go home. That tends to be why I'm not stopping. It's time for me to go. Moving at times in the realms of brightness, living through darkness, living in darkness. Gaining the light. Know, oh man, there's a special code. The little God in the man, know you, the little God, that the light is thine heritage. Very important. Don't give it to Jesus because you're Esau and you gave your whole soul and heart away. Your brain is connected to your soul and it's connected to your Godhead. If you give that to Jesus and say Jesus is that, you don't have a brain or a soul. You're an illusion. You're not preaching Christ. I got a Bible that tells you Christ walked in the time. There is no Jesus. In the Bible I got itself is 1846. And I got the 1611 Bible. I got every Bible. I'm going to get the Geneva Bible when I get some money down the road. They say it's better. No, it's not. I get the same from every book because I know codes. I can get mysteries, the deepest mystery out of cartoons even. So we don't want to give away our heritage. What is our heritage? Our soul. Our heritage is our soul. It's a soul connected. It also has a virgin. It's a virgin soul. It hasn't been touched. So if you give away your virgin soul, you don't have a Holy Spirit. You are Esau and you gave away your heritage, and that's 90% of the church. 90% of the Christians are going to fail. 90% of them. It's like when you plant 45 seeds, how come I only got one that grew? One's only going to live. And yet it was a struggle to help that seed grow to the point that it is now. This took me the whole summer to grow it that big. And I had to stand it up to grow it and feed it by hand for 2 months. And I had to be like a god and come in and straighten it because it was falling. It had no root. I had to be its root. I had to be its crutch. And now that it's strong enough, it doesn't need me anymore. That's the same with Jesus. Or troth. I like to call them troth, but it's actually thoth. Thoth means the, all, the. It means the truth, is what thoth means. So know that darkness is only a veil. Flesh is only a veil. We see past that veil now. We've got the mysteries beyond heaven, of the heaven of heavens, sorry. You can't get any greater mysteries than what God has given this channel in the world. Not me, all you guys have given this channel. I give you guys the credit because the word doesn't come without you guys. If I got a bunch of fake people in here, the word's not going to come. If I'm telling the truth and I got a bunch of people that know the truth, the word's going to come to keep filling you guys. We have to keep drinking the water of youth, which our flower has. Hold on a sec. Because we are the flower of the youth. In the day, we're in a body. So we're just the essence in the day. So the body is veiled. Sealed in thy heart is brightness. There's your Holy Spirit. Sealed. You got one of the seals, one of the 7 seals. You got all the seals. You're the one that came down and opened up the seals. All of us open the seals. Not one guy comes down and opens up the seals. What is he? The creator of creators? Because that's what they tell you that Jesus is. Those people are in deep trouble, man. I wouldn't want to go up against the creator because he's not going to do anything. He's just going to evaporate you in the end. Quick. In a twinkling of an eye. Once we get into our Godheads, it's over. There's no more illusion. It'll all disappear and it won't be like it even was here. Did you know that? It'll be like nothing even happened. You have your face and your name because you've already been sitting there. And it was all an illusion. Sealed in thy heart is brightness. There's your Holy Spirit. So if you give away your heart, you worship Jesus, you're giving your heart to Jesus. If you say he's your spirit, well, your spirit is connected to your heart, you gave away your inheritance. That's why that's in there. The brightness eternal, waiting for the moment of freedom to conquer, waiting to rend the veil of night, waiting for the body to die. Some I found who had conquered the ether, only some, only a remnant, free of the space they while yet were man. You have to do it as a man. See, the Jesus guy ain't free in nothing. They're still in bondage. They haven't even gained light. The end time is the time to finish off gaining the light. They're still preaching Jesus. They didn't even start since 50,000 years ago. They're the same guys and their children have 20, 40, 60 times now grown. And we we stay the same amount, 800,000 light beings. That's why 8 is the final day. 800,000. The Spirit just give us that now. That's all that makes it into the heaven of heavens. Because there's 2 books that say it. I'll take that as what it is. Because it's just a remnant. It's just only a few. It's just only a little. There's just only some that conquered the ether, free the space while they were here in man. Using the force that's the foundation of all of us. Using the all, not God, all things. Using all things, dark and light, to get your light. Far in space constructed they planet. You constructed your soul far in space, and you added to that soul the 3 lives you lived, adding to your treasures in heaven. Now we've came to that end. You've added all that's added, but you still need to add, or else your life will become a curse instantly, especially now when you're this high. Far in space constructed the planet, drawn down by the force flows through the all, through everything you know that you see with your eyes inside, not these ones. Until you learn where you see symbols and the codes in books. Those will teach you the books better than the words. All the condescending coal seeing the either in forms that grew as they willed, and we grow as we will, as we do our work, as we do the will. As they will. Will means their will of whatever path they have. When you stop working, listening, and teaching and learning, you stop the whole process and start going backwards, even at this time. So what will happen? Destruction. I'm going to stop it here. Destruction will start coming to you. You'll start having troubles if you're fixing something. Like for me in the truck, it was an absolute nightmare. 12 times I had to do some of that truck to get it where it sits today. I also had to do 2 refining, sanding jobs to it to refine the shell, which I didn't know. I was too nervous to do it, but I had to use polishers, hundreds of dollars, hundreds of hours, thousands of dollars to get my truck almost factory paint. You see, I put too much into it. It was getting destroyed the whole time. When I stopped putting too much into it, started just doing a little bit and still doing my shows, it started looking brighter and shinier and nicer. And now it's finished. And there's the finished product out the window. There it is, the blue one. It's almost like brand new. Lots. Now, so I learned that. I went through that process with everything. If I put too much into it, there's a balance. If I put too much into that project, the project started going sour on me. And then it got worse and worse and worse. More mistakes. I was doing mistakes like you wouldn't believe. I'd go to look at it and I'd touch something, put a bug in it, or something would happen. I'd go and look at it, touch it again while it was wet, and I'd keep fiddling with it, or I'd start sanding it when it was wet and cause me to sand the whole side. Can't sand it when it's wet. You have to wait till it dries. You can sand it when it's wet, but it's a nightmare. So, and I did that nightmare too many times. So everything goes south if you stop getting away. So outstripping in science. We don't believe in science. All the races, might in their wisdom, sons of the stars, son of the morning star, sun of the morning star. There's the 2 that we really have. The morning star and the sun. The seraphic is an illusion as well as you in the body. It's all a laser beam show, a light show. It really is. The light in the people's body is what operates them. If they operate with the light of the darkness, they'll be the Jesus guys. These guys are